Alright, Shalom, Maki. First and foremost, I want to give all praise honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to title this lesson, Mass Death. Because we come into a time, Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai promised that the people will be taken in a great number. And in this age right here, the Lord have expanded the ways of death, you know, by the way of the sword, Esau, Edom, and his coming under, under the ban of his technology, his weaponry, and it's just not even bossed out to that, eating the vaccine that's under the banner of the sword. The food that you eat, the water that you drink, the air that you breathe, all that's under the banner of the sword. Pestilence, famine, So these are the different ways that death pretty much has expanded. Being put to death has expanded in today's time, man. And this is the time where the Lord is about to let loose on the planet Earth. As in the days of Noah, how the people, it was only 8 souls saved in that day, and they all died by the way of the flood. But how much more in this time with the build up to that fire, that lake of fire, that the ways of death is coming, man. So I'm gonna start out with this second Ezra 15 in verse 5. It said, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. See? And plagues, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he don't send a plague is not a slap on the wrist. A plague is to put you to death, man. He says, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. See, so you see pretty much the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what Yahweh Shemel Shai about to bring. And then ultimately that destruction is dealing with those missiles, man. That's what the Lord is bringing upon this place. This is how the people, these Americans, and pretty much everybody that followed the so-called white man and honor his banner and trust in this system, Matter of fact, was that anyone that's pretty much under the banner of the so-called white man, if you need America to continue to complete certain type of goal, that's who those plays are set for. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. See? So that's who these players are sent to, man. The world, which is this age, and them that dwell therein. People who hang their hat in this place. Like I said, you ain't got to be a patriot. But if you need America to still be here to complete some type of goal, woe unto you as well, man. So this is who these different plays and pestilence is set for, And it's Yahweh Shemel Shai that's the one that's decreeing, these things, man. Matter of fact, let's get this Psalms chapter 68 and verse 20. It says, he that is our power is the power of salvation. See? So the Lord has the power to save. It says, and unto him, the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shai, belongeth the issues from death. See? So is the Lord, he got the power to save and the power to kill you. And he said the issues from death, meaning he's the source of it, man. It's the Lord that is the source to bring forth the death. He's the one that sanctioned it out to read. I believe that's 1 Kings 22, where the Lord actually had a counsel on how he gonna kill a certain king, man. That wasn't just for that situation. No, that's for all these situations. The Lord, take counsel on how he gonna kill you, man. Or it tells you that in Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that. Because we come to a time where the Lord, that's why we got this truth to pretty much prepare ourselves for the things to come. We getting built up for this terrible time. These perilous times. It tells you in Daniel the 12th chapter that it's going to be a time like no other, man. You know, so you seeing mass death. People suffer from the famine. Seeing people get their heads blown off by the way of these troops. These different super soldiers. You know, pestilence is going to be piles of bodies. You know, throughout the streets, and that's going to contribute to those different plagues and pestilences, man. You know, but is it how about Shimon outside that's signing off and sanctioning these deaths, man? So I'm gonna what I start at the top. It said, then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. See? It said, and it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, see? And such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity, see? So it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that already fashioned on the people's destiny, man. It's going to be some that's going to be just put the death straight up by the troops coming in and laying them down. It's going to be the sword as well, by the way of motherfucker getting drafted, or getting mowed down in the street by the way of a race war, a food war, class war. It says such for the famine to the famine. And all these are pretty much death, man. Different ways to die. Such as for the famine to the famine, which is a great famine brewing here in America. And it said, and such as for the captivity to the captivity, which is these concentration camps. They're going to call it so-called rehabilitation centers, detention centers, where they're going to torture you to death. Try to convince you to so-called rehabilitate you to bow down to the image. There's going to be guillotines within those concentration camps, man. It said, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds. See? So it's how by Shema Shai appointing these 4 kinds. 4 kinds of what? 4 kinds of deaths, man. Which that's pretty much it's just like a category, then you got subcategories. So these are the overall 4 kinds that the Lord is going to pretty much put these people to death, man. Starting with 2/3 of our people, because it's not Jacob's trouble for nothing. It's because Jacob's in trouble, man. But it said, but he's going to be on the saved out of, which is the elect, man. It's going to be delivered from these different plagues and pestilence the Lord have promised to bring upon this place, man. Especially here in America, because that's when everything going to hit its climax here in America, man. Babylon the Great. That's why these plagues are going to be great. So it says, and I will point over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. See? So it's Yahweh Shema Shai that's upon those deaths, meaning what he's signing off, he's sanctioning, he's the source of it, man. It tells you that in Ezekiel 33 is the Lord, he claimed full responsibility for sending the sword upon the land. And this once again, in which, like I said, a sword or any type of plague is not sent for a slap on the wrist. No, it's sent to kill you, man. So this is 2 Ezra 5:1. It said, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, see, the prophecies, behold, the days shall come, which it said, behold, meaning to look. So we see that these days are here now. These days are very well much here where death, the many ways of death has expanded, man. It says that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. See, so and that's why you have because it said the people shall be taken in a great number, and that's why you got this talks of depopulation. Well, even though you got pretty much you got these certain elites, different information coming out that these elites are that's behind this, but it's really Yahweh Shemel Shai putting it in their minds to kill these people. And that's why you got the vaccine. That's in the category of depopulation, man. That's under the category of the sword, man. You know? So this is going to be one of the many ways the people are going to be taken in a great number. You know? It said, in the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Because in that day, it's not going to be no answer. If you ain't got it, if you ain't get the answer, getting the answer now, then it's going to be a time where the Lord's going to take the prophets off the streets. With the Lord's going to be done talking. And that's when the action, that's when the Lord's going to, you know, let off them death angels, man. You know, because that time is coming where it's death, that spirit of death is going to be heavy upon the planet Earth, man. It tells you you're not going to doubt death in that day when this devil come down with great wrath. You know. So matter of fact, let's jump to 2 Esdras 8:1. It says, and he answered me saying, the Most High have made this world for many. This world, everybody that's under this banner, under this so-called white man in this age, everybody is okay with this. That's why this Babylon the Great, America, come on many titles, you know, such as Assyria, Egypt, Sodom, you know, because all those different spirits, they are pretty much is fine being here in America. They love this way of life and this system, man, whether they know it or not. You know, it says, but the words are calm for few. See, so they let you know that the Lord is going to knock off a lot of people, man. You know, that just like you get in the shower. You're not going to put them same drawers on that you had on before you got in the shower, man. You know? It said, I will tell the assembly to Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much more whereof earth and vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. See? So the little dust that gold cometh of is the elect, man. You know, that's that precious number, man. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to preserve. And very well, indeed, is going to have to take divine intervention for these times to come, man. That's why we have that spiritual mark. You know, that mark of exemption, because when the Lord let these death angels loose, you're gonna need some type of spiritual stamp on you for you to be exempt. That's why when King David chose that he said he was going to fall into the hands of the Lord, and the Lord sent them angels out to, you know, I think he pretty much killed like 70,000 of Israel within 3 days. The Lord had to call them back, man. They were going in, man. Well, how much more in this time will the Lord just going to let them loose? The Lord just going to stamp the elect, and they just going to let them death angels loose, man. And that's why it's going to be many ways, you know, of these people gonna be put to death. You know, it says there be many created, but few shall be saved. See, meaning the elect is gonna be saved. And like I said, matter of fact, let's get this real quick, because like what Scripture say, is an angel that has power over fire. Well, it's different angels that got the power over the famine. They got the power over the sword. There's power, you know, over these different entities that brings forth the business, that bring forth the death, man. You know? And we very well much in that time where the Lord's gonna pour it out, man. You know, and when you pour something out, that's not 2 or 3 drops at a time. When you pour something out, that's an overwhelming thing. That's why it's gonna be an overwhelming presence of judgment here on the planet Earth. You know? So this is Ecclesiastes Sirach 39:28. It said, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force. See, and we very well much in that time, man. You know, it said, and appease the wrath of him that made them. See, so these spirits of vengeance is actually set up to appease the wrath of the Lord. You know, it says fire. and hell and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. See, and we very much in the time of the Lord's vengeance. It said teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And as I said, these different plays are not set up for a slap on the wrist. These plays are set up to kill you, man. You know? And Yahweh Shema Shai, everything is at his disposal, man. You know? And mainly he gonna use the so-called white man, the sword himself, to bring a lot of these things, man. You know? It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. See? So these spirits are pretty much already at the starting line, you know, ready to pretty much wreak havoc upon the planet Earth. You know? And we in that time when the need is, when that time is come. That's why you see a famine brewing. That's why you see race wars are happening. You know, sedition among men. You know, all this chaos that's happening is pretty much Yahweh Shema Shai getting these plagues and these pestilences prepared to come upon the planet Earth, man. And there's gonna be a time where the Lord gonna get a green light. That's why it says they're gonna be ready upon the earth. So when the Lord get a green light, it says they're not gonna transgress his word. That's why ultimately when you read Revelation, matter of fact, let's just get it. When you read Revelation, I think that's 16. That last plague, the angel said it is done. Yep, this is Revelation 16 and verse 17. It said, and the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, it is done. See? It said, and there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since man was upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake, and so great. See? So pretty much that was the destruction, man. You know, those missiles, man. You know, so when that time was come, you know, when it was time for the seventh angel to pour out that vial, you know, when the Lord gave him the green light, you heard you heard the voice saying, it is done. So they're not going to transgress the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, and that's pretty much the plague, the ultimate plague. That's pretty much all these different different events and scenarios is going to ultimately lead up to that ultimate plague, which is, you know, that destruction. You know, this thermonuclear war, man. You know, so matter of fact, yeah, this is on
2
Esdras
Esdras
16
16.
1. It said,
Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Good.
Salakia. It said, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. See, so pretty much the scriptures is pretty much telling you to get prepared to be in a state of mourning. Why? Because man's death is coming, man. You know, it's not no reason why Obama signed off on so many FEMA coffins, man. You know, it's not a reason why you see the military here on U.S. soil now. That you see all this just on your local news. The military is there. You know, it's not no reason why. Pretty much, it's food shortages and all that. It's the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai showing you that, you know, it's that time, which these people are snared in an evil time. They're going to be, matter of fact, because they're going to be taken in a great number. They're going to be snared because they didn't know it's not the time of the visitation, man. This is Ecclesiastes, like Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. It says, for a man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. See why? Because a fish and a bird, they pretty much go about their day, man. They're not, They are privy to the fact that there's fishermen out there or fowlers that's trying to catch them. A fish is not looking over his shoulders, you know. You know what I mean? Dealing with a net in the water. You know how these devils do it by the way of a hook or a bird. A bird just, just going about his day, man. But guess what? They end up being taken in an evil net or being caught in a snare. It says, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it follows suddenly upon them. See? And this is going to be sudden, man. This is going to be sudden. And that's how these people are going to be taken. That's what happened in the days of Noah. They just thought they said his end was going to be without honor, but not knowing when that first raindrop happened, they was taken. Because the door was shut then. It wasn't like they was going to be able to get in the ark with Noah, man. It fell suddenly upon them, man. And that's how these times. It's gonna be a point in time when the lights shut out. It's gonna be a major power outages, and these gonna be these troops kicking in your door, strategically, man. It's gonna be a point in time when them grocery stores shut down, man. And there's not gonna be any food left. It's gonna be a point in time when these pestilence actually hit you. If this Crown Vic ain't real, it's gonna be actually a real pestilence that's gonna come, man. But it's gonna fall suddenly upon these people, man. And like I said earlier, it's not a slap on the wrist. It's actually meant to kill you, man. So man's death is coming in a major way, man. Especially here in America, but globally, it's going to happen, man. So yeah, Akim, I just hope to edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Mills,